Hello, welcome to your coffee chat with Jen. I am Jen Hines. I am a certified life coach for high achieving women who are tired of feeling burned out and anxious and like they're barely keeping up, even though from the outside looking in, it looks like they're crushing it and they have it all together, right? This is part 2 of our anxiety series, and today we're talking about a huge driver of anxiety in successful women, perfectionism. So if you've ever thought, I will feel better once I finish this project, fix the problem, get this right, only to move the finish line again, that's not discipline, that's perfectionism. And it might be fueling the very anxiety you're trying to get rid of. So let's unpack the high standards that we have and we put on ourselves and the self-pressure that are kind of keeping our nervous system stuck on high alert. I used to think being a perfectionist was a good thing. I thought it meant I was dependable, that I cared, that I had integrity, and honestly, it got me pretty far. Got me through high school, got me through college with great grades, got me through physical therapy school to get my doctorate, but I was always exhausted. I was always a little bit on edge. I was a little quick to snap. And it carried over into my work once I graduated from physical therapy school. It carried over into my life. But what it did also was keep me anxious, keep me exhausted, and constantly second-guessing myself. I would spend hours trying to write the perfect email. And then once I sent it, I would ruminate and think about it over and over and over again about how I could have said it differently. Redoing to-do lists that were already done once, I would hold myself to really high, unrealistic expectations and then start beating myself up when I couldn't meet them. And even if I succeeded, I still didn't feel peace, just pressure. Perfectionism was a constant whisper in my mind. You're not doing enough. You're not good enough. You should be further along by now. You're always behind. You're got so far to catch up. Do any of those sound familiar? Let's really talk about why perfectionism drives your anxiety. Perfectionism equals pressure, which equals nervous system overload. Okay, when everything has to be just right, your brain starts this fight or flight response. It's constantly scanning for mistakes or ways for you to improve. That constant vigilance really creates stress in your body. It also creates a cycle of never feeling done, never feeling complete. You finish the project, but now it's not good enough. So you tweak, you revise, you redo, you evaluate. It's a never-ending loop of almost there, which equals constant anxiety. Perfectionism also feeds self-doubt. Ironically, perfectionists rarely feel very proud. But instead of celebrating progress or wins, they focus on what still needs to be fixed, what they could have done better, which leads to imposter syndrome and a fear of failure. Perfectionism also steals your ability to rest. Even during downtime, your mind is spinning, like what didn't get done, what should I do next, what's on my to-do list. You're never truly off the clock. Now let's talk about what you do know, what we can know, how we can change. Perfectionism is a learned protection strategy. It helped you survive in high-pressure environments, but now it's creating stress, anxiety, and burnout. And you don't need to be perfect to feel peace. What you do need is to give yourself permission to be human. Let me say that again. You don't need to be perfect to feel peace. Here are 3 small mind shifts to start today. Done is better than perfect. Progress over perfection every single time. You're allowed to rest before everything is finished. You matter too. What would you say to a friend? Talk to yourself that way. You are doing better than you think. You are not behind. You're just tired from the pressure you've been carrying for so long. If perfectionism is keeping you stuck in anxiety and pressure mode, let's talk. You don't have to do it all alone or keep pushing through the stress. You can book your free personalized life assessment session with me, and we'll talk about what's underneath the perfectionism and how you can start creating a life that feels lighter, that feels better. So drop the word session or call in the comments or send me a message. However, we're connected with the word session or call, or just say Jen. Your coffee chat really spoke to me. I'd like to connect and see how my perfectionism is impacting me and some things I can do to help. What I'll do once I hear from you that you want to schedule that call, I'm going to send you a link, or I'll just ask you for a couple of call times in the next week. If you get the link is just going to give me a couple of dates and times with your time zone that work for you for us to schedule a call. And this call is not a high pressure sales call. It's just a chance for us to connect and talk and see what you're struggling with and see how I can help, along with giving you a couple of things that you can do right now. So you deserve to feel calm, not just accomplished. Join me next week. Actually, next week we're going to pause. Join me in 2 weeks for part 3, where we're going to talk about the racing mind and what to do when you can't stop overthinking. I'll see you then. For now, take a breath. You are doing great.